Hello there, today I'm bringing you a actual book review, and the reason why I'm outside is because it is hot inside, so I just decided to do this really fast, and it's late. It's actually like around 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm a night owl, so that doesn't really matter to me. So today I am doing a book review. As I said, it's on Bookends by Jane Green, and I hesitated to do this book review just because I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, even though I gave it 2 stars, because some of the parts were okay. I felt like if Jane Green took this book in a different direction, it could have been a lot better. But no, this book was just not for me. This story starts off with Kath, who is basically was telling her university life back when she was a university student, and how she met Simon, Lucy, Josh, and some other one of her old friends that after college she didn't talk to her anymore. Her name was Portra, and I really did not understand Portra's why she was even on here. She just so she gets in a fight with Portra over something she did in college, and they don't talk to her for like 10-20 years or so, and then she comes back into their lives and she's just there. She does some other stuff. Not really, she doesn't really do anything. She just kind of adds to the story, like to the drama, because people suspect stuff of what she's doing with somebody else, and it's just like, oh, crazy. This book just has too many stories. It has like the whole Kath not being able to trust anybody because of her last boyfriend since college. You have Portra who comes back and nobody likes her, and apparently she's having an affair with a married man. And then yeah, things happen and she ends up being lesbian. I hope that's not a spoiler. Simon, he's gay since the beginning of the book, and he meets this guy named Mike, and you hate it. I hated Mike, and Simon was such a good character. I seriously believe that if this book was written in Simon's character, it would have been a lot better. Or if Jane took this book into like a whole different side, it could have been a good book. And it's very sad because my favorite part in this book is when they open up their bookstore called Bookends. And not only that, it was so weird on how they got the bookstore. Like literally, Kath, she was basically saying, oh, like out of random, I have a dream where I own a bookstore and I don't want to be a graphic designer anymore, and blah 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 blah. And then like next page or so, Lucy is basically telling her, oh, let's go do a bookstore / coffee place, and she's like, what? Yeah. And seriously, like, life does not happen that way. Or maybe it is possible, but the way it was written, it just wasn't, it didn't feel believable. It just felt like, oh, she just added that there just to make the story go faster. And then you have affairs going on with other people. You have this whole thing with Simon having HIV. This book was just crazy. This book just kept popping things up. Seriously, like right here it says twists and turns and complications. Seriously, you don't need that many twists, you don't need that many turns. And another thing about this book is that I did not feel connected to any of the characters. This book, it just wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for me, and this book might be for you. This book is about friendship, its twists and turns and complications, and whether the challenges of love, ambitions, marriage, and most of all, growing up. I disliked this book. I gave it 2 stars though, because I like the part where they open up the bookstore. That's kind of sad. If you read this book, tell me your opinions on it. Tell me if I should check out other books by Jane Green. So yeah, talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, this book was just not for me. And I felt like Jane was telling me the whole story, like if Kath didn't even exist. Or Kath doesn't exist, but you know, you're reading it from the book thing.